Hey everyone, welcome to HL7. The first thing I want to do is show you this HL7 message that's up on the screen. I want you to take a good look at it and see if you can figure out what type of message this is, what the structure is, how this message is laid out. You probably can't. You can probably pick up on a few words, right? You can read this here. This might make sense to you, but the way this is laid out is probably completely foreign to you, and what type of message this is and who sent it and why they sent it is all unknown to you at this point. In a few short weeks, 4 weeks, you will be able to look at this message again and tell me exactly what the message type is, who sent it, when they sent it, why they sent it. You'll be able to tell me everything about what looks like just gobbledygook to you right now. So what is HL7? The formal definition of HL7 is, HL7 is a standard series of predefined logical formats for packaging healthcare data in the form of messages to be transmitted among computer systems. That is the formal definition, and that's the way it's presented on your certification exams, so make sure you know the formal definition. What does that really mean? HL7 is a way of organizing data to be sent from one computer system to another in the healthcare world. A good analogy is writing a letter and mailing it to a friend. If you wrote a letter to a friend, there's a format you would use. You would have a greeting, and then several paragraphs composing the body of the letter, and finally you would end with a closing statement and your signature. Each paragraph in the body of the letter would cover a different topic. Maybe one paragraph would be about the weather, and another about how things are going at your job. Finally, you will put the letter in an envelope and fill out the front of the envelope, and there are certain data elements that go in certain places on envelopes, so the Postal Service knows how to route your letter. In the same way the little letter and an envelope have data elements arranged in a standardized way, HL7 has data elements arranged in a standard way. Once you know the rules and the format, it becomes easy to read. Why is it called HL7? HL7 stands for Health Level 7. Health, because it's used in healthcare. Level 7 because its format is layered upon the 7th level of the Open Systems Interconnection, or OSI, protocol of the International Standards Organization. Isn't it great that they use the same letters for two different organizations? You have OSI and ISO. It's a dyslexic's nightmare, right? So, HL7 is Health Level 7, and it's layered upon the 7th level of the Open Systems Interconnection, or OSI, protocol. The 7-layer OSI protocol is a standard way for two systems to connect with each other. We will not go into detail about the OSI protocol. That's for something to be covered in your networking class. You just need to know that HL7 works on the 7th level, which is the application layer. For your reference, here are all 7 layers of the OSI model. So we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. Layer 1 is the hardware layer, how systems are physically connected together. Layer 2 is the data link layer. That's, the router and, how the data links together. 3 is the network layer. 4 is the transport layer. 5 is the session layer. 6 is the presentation layer. And finally, layer 7 is the application layer. That's the 7 levels of the OSI model. And HL7 works at the application layer. So I'm sure that will show up on your tests. Make sure you're aware of that. When did all this start? HL7 was originally developed in 1987. Over time, improvements were made to the format and the coding, resulting in many different versions. The original version is HL7 2.0. Looks like I'm missing a 7 on that slide. The most widely used versions in the United States is version 2.5, and we will do all of our work in this class using the 2.5 version. HL7 is used in over 20 countries around the world. In 2005, HL7 version 3.0 was released. In version 3.0, the format and structure of the message syntax completely changed. HL7 3.0 is based on XML language. Most of the world already uses and understands the older 2.something version, and so HL7 3 is not compatible with older versions. HL7 3.0 has not been widely adopted by most healthcare organizations. Now, let me extend that slide just a little bit. More and more EMRs, electronic medical records, are getting more and more involved in XML. And so as the EMR products move to XML, we're seeing more and more version 3.0, HL7 3.0 versions of interfaces. So XML is slowly gaining more and more traction, it's becoming more and more popularity. But for most places, they still use between 2.0 and 2.7 with 2.5 being the most common version of HL7 used in the world. So, conclusion, HL7 is a standard interface format for messages. It was developed in 1987. 2.5 is the most common version. It operates at the 7th level of the OSI model. Version 3 uses XML, and version 3 is not compatible with any of the 2 versions. All right, thank you for watching.